Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 2 here on Turtle Rock between Infi and XioKai. Gonna speed things up and get to the 2-minute mark as Infi took Game 1. The game did really go back and forth though, but Infi with his expansion really ended up pulling out ahead. We are going to be seeing a Blade Master this time on Turtle Rock as I'm slow things down to the 1 minute or 1 speed at the 2-minute 5-second mark. Death Knight out on the field, and it looks like it was not a Crypt Fiend opening, but a Ghoul opening instead. Blade Master now ready to walk around the map and figure out where exactly he's going to go. He's going to win walk, purchase sell the Scroll of Town Portal, purchase a Circlet of Nobility, and attempt to take down this Ogre Magi and pick up a relatively strong item. Ogre Magi now being pulled back here. The Death Knight may try and steal this with the Death Coil, and he is actually in a very good spot. The Death Knight now being forced to pull back all the way over here as the 125 hit points, 126 hit points. There is the Death Knight. The Death Knight, did he get the Dust of Appearance onto the Blade Master? That is a big question there, as you can see that the Death Knight now trying to run back. This is all a bit of a game of cat and mouse to see who can deal more damage to the Ogre Magi and get that large bit of experience. That Ogre Magi down to 118 hit points. Death Knight now trying to run away from a Blade Master, and now the Death Knight is going to be making its way back over again. All right, Ogre Magi is right there, sitting at 122 hit points. Is he going to go for it? I believe so. The Death Knight is there, though, and you can see that. Are we going to perhaps see Dust of Appearance be used? Is the Blade Master revealed? Yes, he is. And now there he goes. Are we going to see a Death Coil? No, we are not, as the Blade Master easily takes down the unit and gets Claws of Attack +9. Very, very hard work for Infi to get the item that he was looking for. Death Knight now trying to get away. Infi sitting at level 1 on his Death Knight with really nothing to show for it. No bonus experience, and he runs home, well, with his horse's tail between its legs. Altar of Darkness now not training anything. As you can see, obviously we are not at tier 2. Don't even know why I'm telling you guys that. You guys know WarCraft 3, as we are waiting for tier 2 to get underway. Now, the big question is going to be, what type of strategies will Infi and XioKai be going for? That is the big question that we're looking at. Even though the Death Knight is behind on experience, he isn't in too bad of a situation. It's often that Undeads are behind in early terms experience because they don't have the army or the ability to really creep early in the game. However, once they do get a fair number of Crypt Fiends, and they're able to focus down units rather fast, they are able to accelerate all of their heroes back and maybe even get ahead of their opponent in the same amount of time later. In this instance, XioKai sitting at level 1 looking for where his opponent could possibly be, and you're going to see that the Death Knight is going to get to level 2 after this Sea Turtle hatching gets taken down, as the skeletal minions are more than enough to tank for that Crypt Fiend. Blade Master now going after the Ogre Magi here, and you can see that the Blade Master has taken a lot of damage. He is going to pick up a Rune of the Watcher and a Pure Up of Vitality, a very strong item for the Blade Master, giving him more hit points in addition to the high armor that he already has. Blade Master now at level 3, finishing off the Troll Trapper Creep Camp. Meanwhile, the Death Knight has gotten to level 2, but still has quite a ways to go for anything else to happen. XioKai's Black Citadel now getting teched. Altar of Darkness, 3/4 of the way of training the Lich, and we should be seeing the Lich and the Death Knight making their rounds around the map pretty quickly. The Death Knight really needs to figure out how he's going to catch up and surpass his opponent in terms of experience, as we see a Slaughterhouse now get pressured down. Graveyard now is in danger, as the Blade Master is able to run pretty much freely inside this space. I am surprised that this is the case right here, as we see Halls of the Dead no longer being teched. Meanwhile, down over here, it looks like some skeletal minions just now went away. Tauren Chieftain now brought into the fight, as the Death Knight going to finish off a Gargantuan Sea Turtle and pick up a Potion of Invulnerability. 15 seconds of invulnerability, very strong there, as the Blade Master finishing up a couple of skeletal minions, and now perhaps waiting to clear out some more red creep camps. Death Knight now wandering around on the inside here, Blade Master being forced to pull back, and still nothing to really look at. Both sides just trying to play their particular style, and Infi is trying to keep pressure on his opponent by running around with this wind-walked Blade Master, who was revealed for a little bit of time. All right, Blade Master is right there. Are we going to perhaps see the Death Knight do something to try and stop that Blade Master? We haven't seen any of that yet, as the Death Knight should be able to get to level 3 pretty quickly, just clearing out this last Murloc. There you go, level 3, and now the Blade Master down to 337 hit points. No Frost Nova, as Frost Armor was picked up instead, as Frost Armor is the skill to go to try and stop that very, very high base attack damage Blade Master. Blade Master gonna finish this Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Oh no, he does not. Unable to intercept it, as the Death Knight now has a Ring of Regeneration, which is just what the doctor ordered for him, as he will be regenerating hit points extremely quickly. Ensnare onto XioKai's Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend, there it goes. Death Knight now trying to be brought over. Death Coil onto a Raider. Raider gets taken down very easily, as you now see the Lich is at level 2. There goes a Stomp. Death Knight is very low, and oh, Tauren Chieftain now gets taken down. Death Knight is still at a very good spot right now, and I think that Ring of Regeneration is really going to be the big savior here. You can see that the ghouls or the grunts are just getting absolutely destroyed, and the Lich is having a very fun field day, going after unit after unit. Infi pretty much doesn't have that many options as he tries to run away. You can see that that grunt is just trying to run away off to the north. He's not going to be able to find a creep camp there at all, and once he realizes that's the case, it's just going to get taken down, and there it goes. Death Knight sells some item, picks up an Orb of Corruption. Most likely will be giving that to the Lich, as the Lich does have that range attack that allows him to apply that -5 armor debuff to a lot more units. Meanwhile, coming back around, you can see that the Blade Master is attempting to take down this Forest Troll Warlord creep camp with the help of a level 3 Tauren Chieftain. The Tauren Chieftain already at level 3, and by that I am a bit surprised, as the Blade Master is just now in level 3 as well. A couple of Troll Berserkers and a couple of other units later, the Tauren Chieftain and the Blade Master will still just be shy of level 4. As, well, what's going on? All right. Oh, there goes a Gargoyle who was ensnared, and, yep, not going to be able to do very much of anything. Death Knight sitting at level 3. You can see off to the north, Blade Master now running up there. Meanwhile, down over here, oh, one grunt gets taken down. A second grunt could get taken down as well. You can take a look. Oh, the Kodo Beast purposely pathing, and the Dark Ranger unable to catch up to that target. Are we going to perhaps see a shot or an arrow come in? No, healing salve onto that grunt, as that grunt now regenerating those hit points. Blade Master now coming in. Here you go. There's a battle up on the front line. You can see that the Crypt Fiends are trying to do a little bit of a charge. There's a Dust of Appearance, keeping track of the Blade Master. A good stomp to hit many Crypt Fiends and the Death Knight, as the Blade Master now trying to chase down and take down those low-level Crypt Fiends. Crypt Fiend now down to 135 hit points. Needs to burrow in order to get away. That ensnare is just lasting far too long, as he is now down to 44 hit points and will get taken down. Blade Master is sitting at level 4. Tauren Chieftain is sitting at level 3, and the Tauren Chieftain survives barely. As you see, grunt after peon falling here. Death Knight may get to level 4 if he's able to take down 2 to 3 more peons. And if he's able to do that, that could actually slow down Infi's economy even more clearly. Ensnare onto the Death Knight. Death Knight now in a little bit of trouble. There is a stomp as well. Death Knight very, very low on hit points. Will be forced to use the Scroll of Town Portal. And, oh, does get the Blade Master in the process, as XioKai lucking out right there, getting the Blade Master and able to escape with a relatively low hit point Death Knight. Raiders now going after the Troll Trappers and the Ogre Warriors here. They're going to get taken down, not a problem, as the Ogre Warriors taking a bit of damage. Tauren Chieftain now leading the army as the Blade Master has already fallen and will get to level 4. Meanwhile, the Death Knight is making good use of the time by taking down these gargantuan sea turtles. I've mentioned this before and I'll mention this again. The 4 sea turtles in the middle of the map here drop some of the best consumable items in the game. Potion of Greater Healing, Potion of Invulnerability, Potion of Greater Mana. Those are all very strong items, as anytime you try and focus down a hero, those items allow you to keep your units alive a bit longer. Dark Ranger sitting at level 2 does have Frost Armor, is going to be very difficult to take down, as the Gargantuan Sea Turtle not able to do all too much. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 4, making short work out of this Ogre Lord creep camp, but you gotta remember that he is a bit low on hit points himself. He'll be forced to use that healing salve, and now there's a Rune of Healing getting everyone back up a little bit higher, but this is still not going to be a strong enough army to take on XioKai's if XioKai happens to catch him creeping. Death Knight sitting at level 4 here. Let's take a look at the Tauren Chieftain, almost at level 5, but nearly not as much mana. And we're going to take a look at the Blade Master now getting resurrected. Crypt Fiends with the attack onto the Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast now down to 750 some odd hit points already, as a Grunt takes an unworthy blow right there. All right, let's take a look at this. Kodo Beast now going down very quickly once more, and now we're looking and taking down the Orc Burrows. Orc Burrow number 1 has been taken down. 46 over 40 supply, unable to train any more units, as the Blade Master now figuring out what his role is. Tauren Chieftain getting very, very close to level 5. There is another Dark Ritual, as the Lich able to cast Frost Nova again. All right, beautiful stomp onto a handful of units there. All those Crypt Fiends pretty much stunned for a bit of time, but it still looks like Infi is not able to really figure out XioKai's army. Infi hitting another stomp here. A Crypt Fiend does go down. There it goes, level 5 on the Tauren Chieftain. But the level 5 Tauren Chieftain still does not have enough mana. Still needs more mana in order to get one more stomp in. And if there was actually one more stomp right now, I think he could actually win the game, but that is not going to be the case. Lich now getting surrounded here, and the Lich is still doing a good job going after some of those lower hit point units, as the Lich now gets to level 4. Crypt Fiend now taken down. Blade Master in a little bit of trouble. Lich now using the Scroll of Town Portal. Death Knight unable to really do much of anything, as the Dark Ranger runs around in circles in order to get away. Dark Ranger sitting at level 3. Lich sitting at 4. Death Knight sitting at 4. Tauren Chieftain sitting at 5. Blade Master sitting at 4 here, as it is 3 heroes for XioKai against Infi's 2, even though Infi does have the higher level hero. Death Knight clearing out the Ogre Warrior creep camp here. Not going to give him that much experience at all. Dark Ranger does get to level 3 though, making her abilities just that much stronger. I am curious as to whether or not Infi knows how far behind he is now in terms of level of 4-4-3 compared to a 5-5-4. Tauren Chieftain tries to run in, tries to get the stomp, unable to do so, gets silenced, as the Potion of Invulnerability now on the Blade Master. Dark Ranger does survive, but does take a stomp though. This could be the death of the Dark Ranger. Yes, there it goes, as the Death Knight unable to death coil because of that 1, or is that 2-second stomp? That 2-second stomp lasting seemingly forever, as the level 3 Dark Ranger was waiting for a death coil that never came to fruition. Abomination needs to get taken down, and you can see the importance of that Abomination. You cannot let your opponent get a free Abomination and all that experience and that force, I believe that force supply. Abomination 33 to 39 damage, perfect for that front line. as Infi clears out another skeletal minion. Death Knight still sitting at 4, Lich sitting at 4, and meanwhile we are looking at a Dark Ranger who is resurrecting at 3, going up against a level 4 Blade Master and a level 5 Tauren Chieftain. Level 5 Tauren Chieftain now creeping out this bottom right hand side, really needs to go after it with a vengeance, and looks like he will be able to, as the Murloc Nightcrawler is now being forced to retreat back. Over here at the 1 o'clock position, we have XioKai looking to creep out this creep camp, and if he's able to do that pretty easily, he may get level 5 on this Death Knight. The Lich is still going to be at level 4 after this creep camp, but level 5 on a Death Knight could be exactly what the doctor ordered in order for XioKai to even up this series. XioKai gonna finish off this creep camp pretty quickly without any harassment from Infi. Infi is not gonna be able to get there in time at all, as the Death Knight picks up even a Tome of Experience for that added bit of effort to help him get to that next level. All right, let's take a look at this. Here is the upcoming battle. Ensnare onto a Gargoyle. All the units are now trying to march back, as the Death Knight does have agility and intelligence ready to go. Blade Master is still right here. Blade Master sitting at level 5 trying to get away, as we're also looking at the Raider trying to get away as well. All right, here we go. Kodo Beast now going to get taken down. No, actually survives. Meanwhile, I thought I heard a silence. Yes, silence onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain still gets a stomp off and is now going after a Death Knight who is now entangled. Death Coil onto the Dark Ranger in order to save her, as this fight is still going on strong. So far, the Dark Ranger is going to be running out of mana pretty quickly, as the Tauren Chieftain has so much movement speed with the help of Endurance Aura and Unholy Aura. The entire Orc army is moving very fast. Destroyer is now being brought in here. Meanwhile, Kodo Beast, Tauren Chieftain, Blade Master picking up some early items, dropping them down using the Potion of Healing, and really hoping to put pressure. Death Knight making their way in off to the 4 o'clock position here, unable to do anything. Blade Master now heading back once more, as the Destroyers absorbing some mana here. All right, let's take a look at this. Tauren Chieftain now ready to try and run back. All of a sudden, the healing salve has been broken. Death Knight ventures forth a little bit too far and is now in trouble. Death Knight now currently in a lot of trouble. May get taken down. XioKai loses his Death Knight at level 5, but the Blade Master may fall as well. Yes, the Blade Master falls. All of a sudden, this has been instead of this crazy fight, is now a level 4, level 4, or level 4, level 3 versus a level 5 in terms of hero. Everything has changed. Is this Tauren Chieftain going to be enough? Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 5. The Destroyers are all right here, trying to devour the magic, trying to finish off all these Raiders, as the Destroyer now down to 118 hit points. The Ensnare needs to come down, as the Tauren Chieftain now gets to level 6. All of a sudden, reincarnation is on the table. The Tauren Chieftain is no longer a priority target, since he'll just come back to life and be pretty much stronger. Blade Master now been resurrected at the tavern, as the Blade Master now going to finish off XioKai's Lich. Lich is in a lot of trouble here. He gets surrounded. Is the Lich going to have a way out? He has a potion of invulnerability, but he is currently stunned. Is he going to be able to use it in time? Sitting at level 4, trying to use the potion of invulnerability, and it looks like he will be able to survive there, as a couple of peons are going to fall. Lich now sitting at level 5, and the Blade Master cannot run in front of the Lich because of the Frost Nova. Frost Nova now out of mana. That Lich will need to use, or perhaps sacrifice, a couple of skeletal minions in order to get more mana in this upcoming fight here. And if he does that, he will be very strong, as there you are, that Lich down to 94 mana, does have Frost Armor. The Blade Master now trying to come back over and trying to take things out. All right, you can see the Devour magic right there. Blade Master may try to take down a couple of easy targets. What's going on? Blade Master does have a heal, and this is just so suspenseful, as the Blade Master... Oh, there's the Tauren Chieftain. Blade Master, Lich, Potion of Invulnerability down to 60, 32, 30. Down it goes. Lich loses its life at 30 hit points because of the 2-second stun on the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain finishes off its target, and now the Blade Master can rest easy once more. level 6 Tauren Chieftain, level 5 Blade Master, a dead level 5 Death Knight, and a dead level 5 Lich. Oh, that was absolutely game-changing there. But Infi is behind in terms of supply, 33 over 50 compared to 43 over 60. The gold mines have been mined out, and without any additional gold, the only way to get gold is to do this walk of shame or clear creep camps. Creep camps will not be giving any experience to the benefit of Infi. Meanwhile, the Lich is out and does get a death coil to stay in the game. Now, do we have any rods of necromancy? That is a big question. That Lich does have 98 mana right now. We need to see essence of mana onto that to get extra mana onto that Lich, as this upcoming fight is going to be huge. All right, there you go. There is an ensnare onto the Death Knight. Death Knight is in trouble already. Blade Master now trying to get away. Looks like he will be able to. Tauren Chieftain still up in the front line, trying to go after, unable to do anything, as a couple of raiders are going to get taken down. Needless death coil right there, as the unit was pretty much already down there, as the Lich still needs more mana. Sitting at 96 mana right now, still not enough for a Frost Nova. Needs to figure out something to do. Meanwhile, we can see an expansion coming in from Infi. Infi could easily take this, but you got to remember he is still down in supply, 30 compared to 41. And if that does not sound like a big difference to you, well, it is. 10 supply, or looking at it this way, about an army that is almost double in size in terms of just overall supply. You can take a look at the number of workers, and that is where a lot of Infi's units are. You can see that there's only a couple of Kodo Beasts, a couple of Raiders, and are we going to see an engagement there? Oh, the Shade does keep track of that Blade Master. Blade Master unable to get away. Tauren Chieftain with Unholy Aura walking around very quickly, as this Shade is still doing a great job here. Death Knight sitting at level 5 with that Ring of Regeneration. That Ring of Regeneration really keeping that Death Knight's spirits and health alive, as the Lich now up to 200 mana. Orb of Corruption trying to keep track of where this army is. You can see the Shade was taken down right there, but now you can see a whole bunch of destroyers ready to go to try and take down a handful of easy units. XioKai easily takes Kodo Beast out. Kodo Beast number 1 down. Kodo Beast number 2 could get taken down as well. The Stomp misses. A huge miss on that Stomp right there, as the Dark Ranger now trying to chase after the unit again. It looks like it is going to be one final shot. The Death Knight does not want to waste the Death Coil, knows that he can take it down, and there it goes. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 6 without any mana. The Lich at level 5, and the Dark Ranger still at level 3, as the Dark Ranger unable to keep up with the Death Knight when that Kodo Beast went down. Blade Master now running back around. Great Hall nearly done. And this is still a big issue. 22 over 50 compared to 44 over 60. Now, the number of destroyers in the air, that is a definite problem here, as there is only a handful of buildings that are left. XioKai needs to defend his base and do it quickly. Blade Master is right here. Is that Blade Master gonna get ignored? Yes, it will, as the Death Knight goes straight after a Raider and takes it down. Lich does not land a Death Coil. That Tauren Chieftain walking so fast with the help of Unholy Aura and Endurance Aura. You can see that movement speed, how fast he is moving around the map there, as the Blade Master regroups up with his friend. Only one Raider is left. Supply down to 19 over 16, as Infi is harvesting a little bit of gold down over here. Destroyers are going to catch all of these peasants as they're trying to transition, and the Dark Ranger will get to level 4 finally at the 25-40-second mark in this game. 25-minute 40-second mark. Blade Master now attempting to take down the Black Citadel. Black Citadel getting repaired by an Acolyte, and this is going to be a bit of an issue. You can see the Nerubian Tower and the Black Citadel trying to fight back. You can see all of that being pushed back here. Death Knight, Dark Ranger, Lich, here we go. Are we going to see a bit of a fight here? And that is it. A huge stomp goes down. Lich down to 175, down to 68 hit points. Potion of Invulnerability and a Death Coil saves it. Potion of Invulnerability on the Blade Master. Tauren Chieftain still has Resurrection, but this may be too much. The Death Knight needs to stay alive. Are we going to see a Frost Nova and a Death Coil? Yes, straight up onto that. And Infi loses game number 2, forcing game number 3. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 2. Stay tuned for game number 3 in this best of 3 series.